What's up, guys? Bolt here, bringing you a brand new Fast and Furious car remake. In today's remake, I'm bringing the 1992 Honda Civic hatchback that Hector drives in the Fast and Furious. Now, apologize, I was going to bring this out a lot sooner, but I tried my darndest to get the color as close as I could. That is the thing that took me the longest to actually recreate on this car. I'll go over a few things that are kind of optional, but for the most part, I will go over how to make this. I didn't find a regular color for this car for the LSC colors. I just used a custom crew color. So if you don't have a crew color, or you can't use a crew color that could be your own, I would recommend, highly recommend, that you try to get a crew that you can change and make this the crew color, so you can make this car at least, and then change it to something else if you want. So to let you know about this car, it has a very, very, very little screen time in the movie. You could probably see it for maybe, I would say, maybe 5 minutes tops in the movie, if at all. It was very hard to find pictures to actually work for this. There's like maybe one or two on the net, and that's pretty much it. And again, the color is very, very strange, but I'll go over that in the respray, and I'll kind of explain why it looks like this. It kind of looks like Morimoto's 350Z from Tokyo Drift that I made, but this is a custom crew color that I created for this build, and the reason for it is, it might just be me. I mean, you guys can be, as critiquish as you want in the comment section down below, but yeah, it's gonna be as close as I think it is close, looking wise, as I could get it. And I spent probably a good $500,000, if not more, on this car. But you guys didn't care about that. You just came here to look at the car and see how it's made. So let's get into what I always start with, which is the base price. Now, since this released last Thursday, it is now the 24th of February. And you want to go to the Southern San Andreas Super Auto website. It will be at the top left-hand corner, or you're just going to find the Dinka Blista Kanjo. It's going to cost you $560,000 if you don't have the trade price, but if you do have the trade price, it's going to cost you $435,000. In general, the car is really good. The performance is the highest in the class. It beats the Brioso, which I can show you real quick as well. It's released with the Cunning Stunts update, as you can see here. The Brioso was actually the best performing compact car in the class, but now the new compact car that is best performing is the Dinka Blista Kanjo. So, and the customization on this thing's really good. The top speed's pretty darn good for, a compact car anyways. But overall, it's a fun, cheap little car. I recommend everyone to at least have one. Even if you're not going to recreate Hector's car, I think it's a really good choice. So, as you can see, I have it out in the sunlight, and hopefully when I get out, it's going to be in the nighttime. That way you guys can actually see it in the nighttime as well. So I want you guys to kind of get a like a picture or a memory of what it looks like in the sun. Alright, just remember how it shines in the sun and everything. There you go. I'll give you a little bit more of a glance right here, as you can see. And I'll go over the color, because the color is very, very unique and rare, I would say, because it's a custom crew color, not just in the game, but it's also a custom color in real life on the car. So as we pull on, the Dinka Blista Kanjo is in the compacts class. I think I went over that already. As I go over in all my videos, I go over the overall look, the visual aesthetics, and the basic design of the car and how it's portrayed in the movie and or game itself. Anything else is up to you and how much money you want to put into the car or into the build in general. So without further ado, let's get into the build. So to start things off, we're going to go with the front bumper. The one I think fits the best, and the bumper that I'm going to be showing on screen right now in the pictures, is a veiled side bumper, which, it is pretty much what Fast and Furious 1 had. They had a lot of veiled side body kits. I believe one was on the Eclipse, as well as the Mazda RX-7 that Dom drive. I know it was his. That's for sure. I'm not sure about the Eclipse. I could be wrong about the Eclipse. But, they had a lot of stuff from veiled side, I would say. And, they had to make it look more tuner-esque, I would say, too. So, the one I think fits the best is the track bumper. Even though it has the canards, it does, I think, look the best because it has the little fog lights or the little pieces of the body kit that kind of looks like part of the actual picture I was showing. So, that's the one I went for, and I think it is the closest option. Next option I would recommend is the rear bumper, which is the primary trim bumper. You just want it to be all the same color as the car. it kind of makes it extend a little bit longer, so you know it doesn't just cut off the whole car right there. So it extends over, you know, the exhaust to a point. After there, we go on to the doors. You just want to keep those with none. There's no wind deflectors or window nets on it at all, so don't worry about that. Save your money on that. Moving on from there, we go to the exhaust. It does have a dual exit exhaust, or you know, a twin pipe exhaust, as you can see here, like this. Again, I'll be showing a few pictures on screen of the car in how it looks in real life right now, because it does have a livery on it right now. It doesn't look the same as it did in the movie. It might not even be in that good of shape. I believe the last time I heard about it was on sale for like $60,000, and it was way beyond the price that it was available. Like it was affordable for. Like it was worth, I would say. So yeah, the dual exit exhaust is the one you want to go for. After that, we move on to the fenders. You want to keep the stock fenders. The wide body kits in this game don't really make the wheels, you know, extend out or jut out more. They just don't really fit the car, and it didn't really have a wide body on it, so don't even worry about that. From there, we move on to the grille. I went with the debadged grille because he doesn't have any like logo or anything on the front of the car, and the car's front is actually the same color as the car. So once you go down to the debadged grille, it'll take away the badge and change the primary color to the primary color of the car, which fits it and makes it look a lot nicer. After that, we move on to the headlights. You just want to keep them stock. There's no intakes, or you don't want to turn them yellow. Just save your money on them. From there, we move on to the hood. I went with the race hood. The reason I went with the race hood is because it has two window screens on the actual, like, window visual screens on the actual hood itself, and I kind of represent those as the vents. I've seen other people go with the performance hood, another decent option in my personal opinion, but I still think the race hood does kind of, you know, at least kind of get that little bit of the window vent screens. Like, you know, the windows on the actual hood are pretty cool. I thought they were pretty cool, but unfortunately we don't have anything customizable like that in GTA Online, so this is the best option, I believe, anyways. From there, we move on to the lights. You just want to keep them stock. Don't spend money on the xenons. Again, I don't really know many cars that are actually using xenons in the builds. So, for the neon kit, there is no neon kit. It would look pretty good with a yellow neon kit or something like that. So, you know, I'm not gonna say it wouldn't look good, but it doesn't have a neon kit, so don't worry about that. After that, we move on to the livery. Now, the reason I went with the livery is because of the sun strip, because it does have a sun strip, or at least text on the top. And the one I went with is street decals. I know a lot of people that probably designed this car maybe went with none, which does make it a bit cleaner, but again, it has the logo text or some kind of wording on the front, on the top front of the front windshield. So I would just go with the street decals. Even though there's decals on the side, I know it's not perfect. I know they're there, and I know I'm probably going to get crap for it in the comment section down below. But, you know, I'm going to go with this build. Again, you may change my mind by saying, oh, it looks better without it, you know, or, you know, just because it's just a little part that, you know, fits the car like that, then, you know, you don't need to have it on there. So that's one I went with. Again, street decals or none. Your choice. If you want to spend the money or not. I mean, the logos on the sponsors on the side kind of just, you know, blend in a little bit as well, so you don't really see them as much. It's not like they're white or anything. From there, we move on to the plate. Now, I'll just put on the blue on white one, which is the same plate I had on my Eclipse, and I believe my RX-7 as well in the remakes. The custom plate is completely up to you. I put my tuner plate on. The reason being is we don't know what the plate said, because they never showed a back end of the car. Again, it had very, very little screen time, and what screen time it had was this right here and like this. That's it. That is pretty much it. Save and respray for last. We're going to move on to the roll cage. The roll cage, I believe, is going to be a street half cage. He still has basic seats in there, but he does have a roll cage in the back. Not a very big one, so I would just go with the street half one. It's not the one that goes down all the way in the front, so don't worry about that. And the seats don't change at all. They pretty much look like the stock seats. So After that, we move on to the roof. You just want to keep that stock. There's no secondary sticker bomb, carbon, no boxes, or tires on the roof at all, so don't worry about adding that. Save yourself some money. From there, we move on to the skirts. You just want to put on the primary skirts. It just changes the kind of like the back bumper, the rear bumper I should say. It changes the stock color to the actual primary color, which is the better choice and the better option. After that, we move on to the spoiler. You want to put on the primary OEM wing. This changes the actual stock color spoiler to the actual color of the car spoiler. Unfortunately, we cannot get a spoiler on the bottom part of the window as well, which is actually in the build, in the real life build. But, this is at least a closer option. From there, we move on to the sun strips. Now, I did put a primary sun strip on, like I said, because of the logo that is on the decals on the side, with the livery. And again, it does have text on the window. I'll try to find a good enough picture for it. Again, there's not many pictures. Maybe I'll just try to blow up the one I have before, so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly, that it does have a little bit of text on it. After that, we move on to the suspension. I am going over suspension. It's not a drift build, but I am going over something that you shouldn't do. It doesn't have camber, so do not go down to competition suspension. The lowest I would go, personally, would be street suspension, because his car's, I would say, arches, the wheel arches actually go kind of just to the rim, the actual rim of the car. So this is what I think fits the best, and it does look the best. It's kind of more like a street racer, street performance suspension. It just kind of fits, in my opinion. From there, we move on to the trunk. You just want to change that to the primary colored trunk. It's the same color as the car. You don't want it black or the stock color or anything like that, so don't worry about changing that except for to the primary color of the trunk. From there, we move on to the wheels. You want to go to wheel type, go to the sport category, and go to the chrome rims. Again, I'll go over that. I do have these for free. The reason I have it is because I did the heist from the high-end apartments multiple times, doing challenges that I didn't even know existed until a little bit later on down the road, and I got them for free. If you want to know how to do it, just go into the start menu, go to the stats tab, and then find the awards, and then just kind of look and see what it says you need to do to get these for free. But yeah, the ones you want to go for are the sport chrome, and you want to go for the Cosmo rims. I think they fit the best. They kind of have like a Y or a V shape on the rim itself, like on parts of the rim. And there's like 9 spokes actually on the real life car, so this is about as close you're going to get. The two that work the best are the Cosmo or the Dash VIP, but the Dash VIP kind of bend inward, as you can see from this angle here. So I just went with the Cosmo. They're a bit straight, and they go to a point. So that's my choice right there. After that, we move on to the wheel color. Wheel color just stays the same. It is chrome, so you don't have to worry about painting them. And for the tires, there's no custom tire design, so don't worry about that. Save money on that. Tire enhancements is completely up to you if you want to put bulletproof tires on or not. It doesn't drift. It is a front wheel drive car. Again, it is a front wheel drive car. It does not drift. So I would not recommend trying to stance it. It may not even stance, and it definitely does not drift. So yeah. Again, your choice if you want to put bulletproof tires on or not. It is GTA Online, so that's totally your call. And tire smoke, white tire smoke. After that, we go on to the windows. You just want to put a nice little light tint on with that light smoke. It does have some tint. It's not really super dark like the Eclipse and the RX-7 and such with the limo tint. It is a bit lighter with the light smoke. So, just a little tiny tint just to kind of give it a little bit of flair. And now we're going to go on to the respray. Now I'll see you guys in 2 seconds with a rolled steel primary color. Alright, and we're back. Now, as you can see, I have this in a rolled steel. Now, the car in real life is a very unique color of a car. It was kind of based on the lowriders of that kind of era or century or timeline, I guess you could say. They based it on that, and it had a marble effect, which is, if you don't know, it's a kind of hard kind of paint job to do. You paint the car one color, then you paint another color, and you paint another color. So it had 3 colors in one. It was yellow, brown, and green is what colors it kind of came out as in certain lighting and in certain areas. So what I tried to do was find a custom crew color that fit it perfectly. Now, in order to do this, you need to do the gold the pure gold pearlescent glitch. I'm sorry. In order to do that, you're going to need about $112,500 or so, which is actually the amount that's probably going to be spent the most on this car just on the paint job. So, you know, a very rare paint job for the real life car and a very rare paint job in GT Online because you need to do the pure gold pearlescent glitch. So in order to do that, I will show you how to do that right now. So what you want to do is go to primary color, go to your metals, and go to the pure gold and purchase the pure gold. That's $50,000 down the drain right there. After that, we move on to the secondary color. You want to go to metallic, and you want to go, oh, not metallic, you want to go to the metals, and you want to put on the pure gold there. So that is $75,000 right there. Now, as you can see, both the primary and the secondary are on pure gold. And you're like, it looks pretty gold. That is true. Now, what the pure gold pearlescent glitch is, you're going to put your crew color over top of this, and it's going to keep that really bright shine. So, what you need to do is go back to your primary color. You want to go to your crew color and just place over top. Again, I will have the custom crew color hex code on screen right now, so you guys can use it yourself. Or if you join my crew within the next few days, it should still be on there until I make another video. So there it is. And all you have to do is just hit your crew color and it'll place it right over top, giving it kind of like a brown color over top of the gold. Or, you know, a gold color over top of the brown that is custom crew color. So you want to purchase that for $25,000 on the primary. And then after you do that, you go to the secondary and you go to the crew color and you purchase that for the crew color for the secondary as well. So that's $12,500. So again, you're spending roughly probably about $112,500, give or take. Again, expensive paint job, but it is, I would say, well worth it. So you're probably wondering, well, where is the pearlescent? Well, the pearlescent is the pure gold, so you don't have to worry about purchasing that. So you'll save a little bit of money on that, but the shine does look really cool. Again, it's like a brown primary color with a nice gold shine. In the light, this is what it does look like and what it should look like. In the dark, though, if I'm hoping it's dark outside, when I pull outside, it actually it changes the pure gold pearlescent to kind of look like a lime green in certain lighting with this crew color. It's very interesting, very unique, and you might be able to see it a little bit as I kind of turn this around. Not much. It's too shiny in here, too bright in here. So hopefully when we go outside it's dark so you can kind of see that little bit of flare. And if it doesn't have that green, I mean, it's a very, very subtle lime green like color. The basic primary color of the car is pretty much this. It's like a brown and a gold. And again, I'll show pictures on screen of the car, what it looks like now, and how the color is still the same. So don't worry about that. It's still the same from what it was in the movie. It's just, again, hard to find pictures of this car in general. They didn't even make a toy of it, so I can't even find toys of this car to actually, you know, take a reference off of. But yeah, that is it. That is how you recreate the 1992 Honda Civic hatchback that Hector drives in the Fast and the Furious. I wanted to recreate this car for two reasons. One, it gave me a really, really huge and expensive challenge on trying to create a custom crew color that would work really good for this car, as well as it just kind of looks really, really cool. And I did want a nice design for my Honda Civic. So, and you know me, I like, you know, recreating cars. If you guys have any ideas for cars that you want me to recreate, either be in movies, car games, or, you know, in games in general or whatever, just leave it down in the comment section down below. I'll take a look and I'll let you know what I think. And if you get a heart, that means I'll be doing your car next, or that car in general sometime. So let's pull outside. Let's see what we got to look at. Alright, so it's nighttime out. You might be able to see the green again. It's very, very subtle. The reason I did it is because of that. I think I'm getting messages. Tony and Simeon. Alright. So as I go around the car, you'll kind of see like the pure gold trying to change into, I would say, almost like a lime green to an extent. Just a little bit. It's not much. It's very, like, again, very, very subtle, but it does look really cool. I think it looks really nice. But yeah, again, this car is pretty cool. It does have some very unique features. Like, it can literally burn out as long, like, it burns out when you just take off, and then if you just hold in the regular brake, you can literally do a burnout forever. I mean, it literally just, it's literally just burning out the entire way. And I've had it up to about 100 miles an hour, if not a little bit more, actually burning out. And it does have a little bit of slide to it, a little bit of drift to it when you do this, but not much. So you can kind of turn it into a little bit of a drift car. Not saying a lot, just a tiny bit. So anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe if you are new, and hit that bell to be notified. Because sometimes, you know, YouTube has a tendency to not notify you guys when my video's up. But if you hit that bell, you'll definitely be notified when the videos go up or my live streams are up on my channel. You can go watch or join them even. Again, I do these in public sessions, so you guys are more than welcome to join when I'm recreating cars or building cars or even doing videos on the cars. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I like doing this. I do appreciate all the support you guys have given me, and all the subscribers that are brand new. Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys have a great time. Stick around, and there's definitely more cars to come because I have a lot more ideas, a lot more designs coming as well, and of course, you know, a lot more money to spend in the long run as well. One last thing I do want to note, that is in every single build I do, I always make a top comment of my own. The reason I do this is because if you guys have any suggestions that may change the car, or better options that may change the car and make it look better or closer to the actual build, the real life build, I will actually put that as the top comment. I've done it for a few of my videos, I think on Brian's Orange Supra, the Mark IV, and I think a few other ones. Just go back, maybe watch them, or look at the top comment at least, and make sure you guys keep in tune with this one, because it may definitely change over time. You never know. It's very, very hard to get cars perfect and to make everyone happy about it. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. And I hope you guys, you know, stay tuned for the next one. I'll catch you guys later. I'm out. Peace.